Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Seatin here, hello and welcome to the Reaver guide. Very exciting stuff today as we're going to be having a look at the new Reaver spec, which is just really awesome. It is amazing for PVE, PvP, solo, literally it has everything you can want and more. In a very simple and straightforward look rotation. So I am very impressed with the new Reaver updates and changes. So for those of you not aware, Reaver used to be a tank soul, and then it was made into a shitty DPS melee soul, and now it is a very good range DPS soul. Now, between Reaver and Tempest, it's very arguable what is better at the moment, and that's still kind of being decided. I think for beginners, definitely Reaver is the way forward, and for anybody who can't be asked to buy Storm Legion souls, then it is a clear winner. So, let's go on to talk about the spec and what makes Reaver so good. So, you've got 61 Reaver, 7 Paragon, 8 Tempest, and the following masteries on the right, which I won't go through. You can just copy and paste them. They're pretty generic and straightforward. They kind of give you extra damage, increase the duration of your dots, reduce the cooldown of your viral stream, and yeah, other cool stuff. But masteries, don't worry about those, just kind of screenshot it now, maybe copy and paste them. I'm going to talk about some key talents which make Reaver very awesome and stuff that you need to be aware of. Now, one of the best things is a talent called Soul Feast, and this basically means that your dots, which are pretty much up all of the time and you can easily use and spread to multiple targets, 8% of the damage that they deal, which is quite a decent percentage of your damage, is returned to you in health, which makes this just amazing. You can literally pull like 8 targets, dot them all up, and boom, you're getting healed like crazy. So that is really nice. And you have one button called Shadow of Dread, which applies all of your dots, and if you hit Plague Reaver, then you can toggle it to basically hit up to 4 additional enemies, and boom, self-healing for days, and then you can just spam your AOE abilities. So I really like that. That is very cool. Apart from that, it's kind of just general increased damage taking stuff. You have a blink, essentially, and there's nothing else too snazzy or anything to kind of mention, apart from that you're going to deal a bit more damage to targets below 30% health with the talent called Reaping Touch, which is pretty damn sweet. Apart from that, I'm just having a quick look and recap for myself. There's not really anything. The Soul Sickness, your dot, also reduces healing on targets, which is good for taking down, well, any healer in PvP. That's pretty damn sweet. So yeah, that is cool. And also, a lot of your abilities do deal significantly increased damage if there are dots on the target. So, which we'll cover in kind of the general rotation now. So for this spec, there are 2 macros that you'll want. There is the standard builder macro, which has Infestation, Explosive Infestation, and Ravaging Strike in. And you'll kind of just want that on an easy to mash key, and that's going to be your pretty much bread and butter builder macro. You can actually take Infestation and Explosive Infestation out of this, because they are kind of bursty abilities that you may want to control in PvP, but this guide is mainly aimed at beginners and people who are new to the spec, so I'd suggest starting with those in, and then as you feel more confident and, you know, want to maybe min-max a bit more, take them out and, you know, push it to the edge a bit more. But I'm lazy and I love doing stuff for beginners. And the other macro is just a macro to basically make sure power and manipulation is always cast on yourself, because there is no benefit to casting it on an enemy. So you just want to have that on your bars. As you can see, I've got it on my number 8 key, and it always cast on myself, and you just generally want to use that off cooldown. Now, the single target rotation itself is fairly straightforward. You kind of have a couple of concepts to keep in mind. One is that you always want to ensure that your dots are on the target that you are attacking, or you're going to deal significantly less damage. This can be applied just by Shadow of Dread. You'll see it has a 15-second cooldown, and all of the dots, they last 21 seconds each. So literally, you kind of want to refresh it around the 18 to 20 second interval when you are looking at refreshing your dots. So yeah, that's something fairly important to keep in mind. Apart from that, you have kind of two single target builder abilities. You have your macro, and you also have Viral Stream. Now Viral Stream is your hardest hitting builder ability by far. It deals an absolute crap ton of damage, and you essentially want to use that off cooldown. So apart from that, you want to spam your builder macro, and whenever you have free combo points, you want to hit Dire Blow. And really, that is it. So keep your dots up, use the builders appropriately, and whenever you have free combo points, use Dire Blow. Now, I'm just going to quickly get everything up and set up, and let's show you the Reaver rotation in action. So let's put up our dots. We're going to have a Dire Blow because we've got free combo points. Viral Stream, you see it hits insanely hard, and then we're just kind of spamming the builder macro, getting those combo points up, and then whenever we have those, use a finisher. Now, you can use add-ons such as Crawl Alert if you don't feel comfortable just looking at the UI tracking dots, but for most people, you're going to find it pretty easy to, you know, track your dots. I mean, Crawl Alert's just something to make it just a little bit easier for you. And you can see, with paying minimal attention, I'm doing about like 45 to 50k DPS on a dummy, so that is pretty damn sweet. Even more can be done in better raid gear. I'm in a mixture of kind of expert gear and open world gear at the moment, mainly leading towards kind of the full expert gear set, so that's pretty damn sweet. But you can see the numbers are just amazing for something that is so simple and so easy. So just keep up your dots, use your builders. Whenever you have free combo points, use a Dire Blow. It is really as simple as that for the single target rotation. Now, one of the things I want to quickly cover for the AOE rotation is, again, it is very, very simple. You have one builder and one finisher. So the builder is called Rancid Cleave. It looks like a tornado, and the finisher is called Desecrating Blow. Now, basically, it is the same kind of setup as the single target rotation. Let me just clear the simple meter. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to toggle on an ability called Plague Bringer, which will cause our dots to hit additional targets, and then we want to use Shadow of Dread, and then basically just spam the builder until we have 5 combo points, and then use the finisher. And you can see, for pretty much zero effort, it does a very, very large amount of sustained DPS. I mean, at the moment, we are pulling like 150k odd DPS, which is absolutely ridiculous numbers for a spec so easy. On, I think, let's have a look. Yeah, it hits 8 targets at a time, so that is your maximum amount of targets that you can do, so it's fairly similar to pretty much any other AoE. I should actually, I'm actually missing out on one ability here called Explosive Infestation, which I'm actually going to macro together with Rancid Cleave now. So you ideally also want to be using that. I don't know why I totally forgot about that for this video, but yeah, that's been pretty much corrected now. And let's see the DPS hopefully go up a bit now. So we've added that in. Hopefully that should explode and just deal an absolute crap ton on everyone. Yep, that absolutely blew the DPS through the roof, because that deals like anywhere between 40 to 70k on every target. That is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'm going to stick that in a macro, guys, and that will be in the comment of the video. Apart from that, you have a stealth ability, which has a minute cooldown, well, a minute and 30 cooldown, but lasts for 6 seconds, so that's pretty damn good for PvP. Also, your Spasm, which is your interrupt, when first used in a 45-second period, so if you use it, it will trigger a cooldown, but basically what will happen is it will apply a stun, so that is really good for PvP. So it stuns the target for 3 seconds, but then they can't be stunned again for another 45 seconds. So that's something, you know, pretty cool to bear in mind when you're fighting melee classes, or basically anything that's not a caster in PvP. You have this Stumbling Morass, which is basically like an AoE slow. It's quite hard to see, but it basically looks like this swirly vortex here, and that's good for PvP as well, slowing people. You have Crest of Entropy, which is a shield, just put down an easy to hit key to, you know, further help mitigate the damage. And then you have your kind of port forward, very simple stuff. And in regards to your buffs, you have Binding of Affliction, Enhanced Conductivity, Way of the River from the Paragon tree, Empower from the Tempest tree, and also Pestilence from the Reaver tree. So that's pretty damn sweet. If you do have any questions about the Reaver spec and build, please feel free to comment below and I will do my best to help you out and clear up any questions. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and have an absolutely brilliant day.